This is the Mercer model traction engine made in Birmingham, where real traction engines were made. And the model ran really well. I built it from a kit, and it came to me as a machined kit, ready to paint and assemble. The only things I've added that weren't a part of the kit were the winch cable in here. See that winch cable down in there? And this brass mesh, which was the speaker cover of a radio from the 60s that I had as a kid. It's a proper reverser. This is the regulator, filler cap, and power. The filler cap and pressure valve. On the front, I have painted it red, and then I've carefully sanded or polished off most of the red, except for that was in the engraving there. So this opens up, but I'm not going to open that up at the moment. Okay, so was put together in about 2004, and I bought 3 kits, sold 2, making enough to pay for this one. They have a Mark II and a Mark I. The things I added on this one were this kind of drawbar, those kind of wheels, and a 6-spoke flywheel. It's all metal construction. Obviously you can see there are gears up here. Okay, for about 10 years this sat on a shelf, and although I'd oiled it and cleaned it and dried it, there was condensate in the valve chest, and that condensate turned into a big solid green lump of, I think it's called verdigris. And I took this off, freed up that valve, and put it all back together. But the valve hasn't popped onto the valve face when I try to run this engine. So there's a problem. Is it the tuning, or is it just not getting onto the valve face? And I think it's not getting onto the valve face. So we're going to take this off and see what we can achieve. And we need a screwdriver that's absolutely perfect, which we've got. This is a really good screwdriver for this kind of... See the tip of that? Nice flat, strong tip. But first I'm going to take off these now I also used a bathroom sealer or silicone sealer in here. So we're going to take off what are we doing over here? Is that wee pin there? Okay. Actually, there's another oil thing here. I've never actually used that. Never put oil in it, but it says oil, as you can see. Just wipe a bit of that engine oil there on there. Try and keep that in good condition. Okay, back to here. So this is a displacement oiler. Displacement oiler is for you know, oiling the piston assembly when it's running. Now that I've started that, actually a smaller screwdriver is going to be easier to get these out. And once you start using a device with these old flathead screws, you start to appreciate the new Chinese model engines with their hex heads that aren't going to just slip around all over the place like these do. Yeah, it does not want to come off at all. What's the best way to do that, I wonder? Probably underneath there and twist up, but we need something so that we're not scratching the paint. We actually don't mind about the paint. We don't mind about the paint underneath there, do we? But let's see what we can do. Ooh, that might be... Oh, no, that's going to work. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, here we go. Right, let's have a look at that. Okay, so I can see what the problem is straight away, or at least I could. That is not, it's not loose enough. It's not loose enough where it goes onto the rod there. That was my problem. Let's have a look. Of course, you don't want that to be... Oh, yeah. See, that was really stiff getting onto there. Now, I wasn't aware of that. Obviously, you want this to be not stiff, but you know, so it can actually push down onto the valve face. You want the valve to be able to suck down onto that face, and I just don't think I did that well enough. And I can actually see crap on there as well. So in the sunlight, I can see a bit of crap there. We need to just improve that if we can, and certainly improve this. Can I get that out of there? I can. Oh, yeah, see, I must have checked that out. Oh, see, it feels like it's good, but actually you push it in. No, it's not. Okay, so I do need to improve that. Yeah. Yeah, there's something going on in the bottom of that, or the... Yeah. Oh, actually, is that getting better with just pressing it in there? No, it's not. I need to fix that. Okay, and this, how am I going to improve that face on there? Because I can see where the verdigris was, and I can still feel where the verdigris was. Let's see if I can improve that. Okay, right, I'm going to get me some baby files and see what I can achieve here. I actually bought a bunch of little files at a garage sale a couple of weeks ago, so I might get a chance to try these out. Yeah, there we go. I mean, they're not great quality, but let's have a look. Do any of them fit in that slot? You know what? They kind of do, and that actually might be perfect. That might be. So let's just, see, they fit in the top but not the bottom, and that's exactly our problem. So let's just improve that a bit. Yep. Oh, interesting. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so we got a little bit of sideways wiggle. We got up and down wiggle. What we don't have is end-to-end wiggle, and that's great because we don't want end-to-end wiggle. Okay, just going to put that on there again. Yeah, that's perfect. That is so much different. Okay, now we need somehow to get this thing at the right place and put it back, you know, like, goodness me, how are we going to do that? So okay, there it is. Okay, if you have a screwdriver that will hold that, that's a great idea, isn't it? There may be ways to do this that are better than what I'm doing. As you may remember, I'm not a trained engineer. No, a bit more. Okay, that needs to go in half a turn. So come out, go in half, go back in. And then go in there. And then we need to get our valve back in there. So I think we might need to take this off. Far out. So what I really don't want to do is get that sticky stuff on in here, do we? So I've just made life hard for myself. Okay, I'm going to lift this up. Okay, so for now I'm not going to replace the graphite yarn in these glands. That graphite yarn is a total pain in the ass, but because it's really hard to get little pieces of graphite to curl around. Okay, I'm going to screw this up with my best screwdriver for this job, which is this one, because these need to be tight, 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 tight. Tight, 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 tight. Tight, 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 tight. Okay, that looks good. Right, we will put the let's check that that is going in and out, which it is. That's good. Might put some actual grease in those graphite yarn glands to help them work, but we got to get that this back on here. I can actually see the valve in the sunlight through this hole, so I'm going to check that it is actually still, yeah, it is. It's moving perfectly, so that's good. I might squirt a little bit of oil in there. So I've checked that I can press that valve in there up and down, which I can. I have, where's that gone? Okay, we're going to put the oiler back on, which I've, yep, so we've used a bit of clear silicone on the thread of this. That's going to go in here. Okay, we're also going to use a little bit of silicone on the top of the connection there. back in. These only need to be finger tight. They're pretty small. You know, very weak brass thread, so I don't want to go stuffing anything up. Okay, a little bit of grease in some places. So we're going to go for a bit of grease in around this. I might take that out to do that. We need good pressure to try and run this thing back in after that verdigrease is gone. Now we're going to put a little bit on the thread as well. Okay. Okay, nice. Right. Nice. Okay. A little bit of grease for maintenance is also going to go on the gears over here. This is a mixture of grease and oil, which I'm using instead of proper steam oil. Okay, we'll get some boiling water into that. And then light it up. Miles, might be the first time in like 14 years. Maybe 14 years what? But this traction engine's running. And it can go off my list of broken, fallen engines in the line of duty. In the line of duty, as the Americans say, duty. Which gets everybody else laughing, of course. Right, let's see. Okay, I'm going to just tip it up on its side a little bit, get a little bit more in there, try not to burn myself when I put this back on. Ow, ow, ow. Owie. It's oily and it's hot. Okay, owie, owie. Owie, right, that is hot. Now let's make sure that's on really well and light the flame. I can already hear it beginning to hiss a little bit. Filler cap needs to be on tightly. Okay, how exciting. Many years in the making. Well, many years since it was run. To be more exact. Sort of going hiss, hiss, hiss. Burble, burble, burble. Do what they are wont to do before they run. Right. Yeah. I see the regulator is off at the moment and we're full ahead. I'm going to turn the regulator on and try and get some oil to go into there. It actually feels pretty good. So now we just wait. Now last time, as I say, last time I did this, after getting all the verdigris out of it, it would not pop on, the valve would not pop on. So I'm seeing some water sneaking out from the pressure valve. There it is. Are we on? Oh, sorry, that's on. Okay. Come on. Oh, it's popped on. And yes, fantastic. That's, yes, first time in umpty 3 million years. Look at this. Oh, I love it. Oh, lovely. Look at that. Okay, we're just going to change... Oh, really nice. I think I did a really good job of that. I can hear that valve sounds really even on each of the chuffs, the forward and the backward. Nice. That's backward there. Yeah. Oh, I'm delighted with that. I'm really happy with that. Look at that. Holy moly. Okay, well, let's plonk this on the floor, people. So it's popping on. Listen. Yeah, it's popping on well.
Smells of engine.
Yep. Okay, hang on, just running this for the first time in years. I've managed to fix it. It hasn't run for years. Sorry.